As we know, receptors are sense organs which receive stimuli. The main receptors in humans are eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. Photoreceptors, also known as eyes or visual receptors, are sensory receptors that are sensitive or stimulated by a particular range of wavelengths, specifically 380 to 750 nanometers. Our eyes are sensitive to light and color, respectively. Eyes are also known as visual receptors. The structure of the eye consists of 3 layers. The outer, unexposed layer is the sclerotic, which exposes the transparent bulging part, the cornea. The middle layer is called the choroid, which is dark in color and contains blood vessels. Behind the cornea is the choroid, which anteriorly bends to form a collared portion in the center known as the iris. In the center of the iris is a rounded hole called the pupil, which controls the amount of light entering the eye. In bright light, it becomes narrow, while it becomes large in dim light. Behind the iris, a convex lens is placed, which helps to focus light on the retina. The lens divides the eyeball into 2 portions, the anterior aqueous chamber, which contains a clear fluid known as aqueous humor, and the posterior larger portion, which is the vitreous chamber. This chamber contains a jelly-like fluid known as vitreous humor, which is nutritive in function and maintains the shape of the eye. Lenses are attached by ciliary muscles and suspensory ligaments. These muscles become relaxed during far vision, making the lens less convex, while they become more convex and round when the muscles contract. The innermost layers are known as the retina, which has no exposed portion. The retina contains photosensitive cells and sensory neurons. The photosensitive cells are of 2 types, the rods, which contain a pigment named rhodopsin, and the cones, which contain a pigment called iodopsin. The retina possesses the fovea and optic disc. The fovea is a deep pit in the center of the retina, responsible for color vision and sharpness. The optic disc is the entry point of the optic nerve, devoid of photosensitive cells and thus called the blind spot. The role of pupil reflex in dim and bright light is quite fascinating. The iris is the colored part around the pupil. It adjusts the size of the pupil, and its main function is to regulate the amount of light that enters the eye. In dim light, pupils dilate, allowing more light to enter. In bright light, the pupils automatically contract to reduce the amount of light entering the eyes. Let's talk about the importance of vitamin A. The pigment rhodopsin is synthesized from vitamin A. Its deficiency causes poor night vision, also known as night blindness. Vitamin A plays a crucial role in vision by maintaining a clear cornea, which is the outside covering of the eye. There are many disorders of the eyes. Some of these are mild and thus easily curable, while others are serious and may lead to blindness. Myopia, or short-sightedness, is a common disorder in which the eyeball becomes elongated. Thus, light rays, or the image of a distant object, are formed in front of the retina, meaning they do not reach the retina. Myopia is corrected by using a concave lens in glasses, which focuses the rays on the retina. Hypermetropia, also known as long-sightedness, is simply referred to as hyperopia. In this disorder, the eyeball becomes shorter, or the shape of the lens is not rounded. This causes the image of a near object to form behind the retina. Individuals with hypermetropia are not able to focus on near objects. Long-sightedness can be overcome by using convex lenses, which focus the rays on the retina, thus allowing the affected person to see correctly. Many Muslim scientists have contributed significantly in the field of ophthalmology. In this section, you will study about 2 of them. Ibn-al-Haytham, who lived from 965 to 1039 AD, was born in Basra. Due to his groundbreaking work on eye problems, he is regarded as the father of optics. He wrote a famous book titled Book of Optics, consisting of 7 volumes between 1011 and 1021 AD. In this series of books, he explained and proved the modern theory of vision. He also described the functional anatomy of the eye as an instrument. Additionally, Ibn-al-Haytham made the first camera, known as the pinhole camera. Ali bin Isa, who lived from 950 to 1012 AD, was born in Baghdad. He was a renowned Afro-Arab scientist who made significant contributions to ophthalmology, geography, and astrology. He wrote a book in the 9th century called The Notebook of the Oculist. In this book, he described about 130 diseases of the eye and also prescribed more than 140 drugs to treat these eye diseases.